Oh yeah, I'm not even watching it. You can turn it off. What am I working on? Oh, I'm just kind of writing out my New Year's resolutions. Yeah, I'm actually doing them this year. I know that kind of used to be my thing, and then I got so tired of nothing working out and feeling like it didn't matter if I had goals or not because I was just like awash with the tide of life and had no control over anything. Remember how depressed I was? Yeah. But now I don't know. I've been actually seeing the results of the work I'm putting in, and my life is changing for the better, and I feel like I have the strength to strive for some things. They're not huge, but here, do you want to hear what I have so far? Don't laugh, since some of these are dumb. Okay, next year I want to. Gosh, why does it feel like I'm doing a book report all of a sudden? Never mind. Anyway, here we go. I want to learn to do the splits. I want to reach my goal physique, take a dance class, finish paying off my car, start buying clothing I'm actually excited about rather than just stuff that is practical, produce one piece of fine art, take an online American Sign Language class, get that tattoo I've been wanting, meet up with the friends I usually only talk to in games, and find a second job that I really enjoy doing that covers my car payment at least. um, yeah, they're not super big things. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself to complete any of them, especially that paying off the car thing. But I'm making a pact to try. That's all you can do, right? It's mostly I have a bad habit of never letting myself rest, of holding myself to impossible standards and thinking that if I don't accomplish a tremendous amount, that I'm just being lazy. Yeah, you have to come into my room sometimes and tell me to just like stop working, stop studying, like I didn't eat dinner. Yeah. I know. It's got to be like a weird mix of pride and well, I don't know, self-loathing. So I thought for this new batch of resolutions that I would use them to force myself to care about my well-being a bit. I wanted to have fun sometimes. It's like I need that permission from someone to take breaks and enjoy everything. So I'll just give it to myself, I guess. Usually, when I look towards the coming year, I'm a little overwhelmed and bummed out or just apathetic because it's just like it's so big and there's so many days and it's so long and you're like, God, this whole thing, I have to get through it. But not this year. Yeah, I know I'll have to put in the work to find a dance class, and where the heck I'm going to find an adult dance class for beginners is going to be weird. But I'm sure it exists somewhere. Making these resolutions feels like investing in optimism. Like I'm storing away some treats for myself to have during the low times of the year. It's really lifting my outlook on how things are going to be. Task lists can be so daunting, right? You feel like such a failure when you don't get something done, and it's just looming there, already making tomorrow worse. I know I'm going to obsess over those things. I may have mad ADHD, but I am a perfectionist in a way. So it's nice to add a little something nice to those lists to make the whole thing better. Sometimes I even like doing something fun, like playing games and then adding it to my to-do list afterwards just to cross it off immediately. Yeah, I know that's dumb. But crossing things off just feels so nice. I swear I'm like addicted to measuring progress. Anyway, that's my little list so far, and I might add or remove things, but who knows. It's about having fun at this point and not making this an exercise in guilting myself or bringing myself down. Have you come up with any resolutions? It can be daunting to know what you want to change or obtain, huh? Here, why don't you sit down with me for a second and write some down? You don't have to commit to anything. Just think of it as a chance to mm, get to know yourself. Here. Okay, you can take my pen and my paper and just think, okay, if you could totally create your reality next year, starting at midnight, what would you want your life to look like? You can write it out and don't worry about making logical or physical sense. It's just dreaming. It can be literally whatever you want. So, but yeah, here you go. I'll give you a minute. How is it looking? I'm not reading over your shoulder. I'm not. But yeah, I like what you have so far. I didn't even know that one thing was something you were into. Okay, now that you have that, you can break everything down into smaller sections if you need to and think about um, how could I make this actually happen, or at the very least, start taking steps towards that thing. So, like, one of my bigger life goals that I wrote out on this other paper is complete a through hike with another person. That's a big thing because it's hiking like 20 miles a day for a month or more, and I'd have to find somebody who would even want to do that. So, I could add to my list for next year join a hiking club. That is a small thing that will help me to train and meet people who have that similar goal. I won't be able to do that through hike right away. Can you imagine just trying to throw yourself into that level of like athleticism? But I can make progress, and God, will that feel so good. Ugh. It's it's all about realistic baby steps when it comes to these things. If you'd like to have a completely different body next year, then just think, what is the first domino to that? Maybe all you can manage is walking an extra mile a day, or maybe you just want to hype yourself up by committing to a gym membership with a personal trainer. This is all for you. It's not extra pressure or something horrible. It's about making your dreams come true, reaching out for the things you want with the hands that you already have. You don't have to wait until things are perfect to start walking towards your dreams. Don't write down things you know you couldn't do. That's just going to make you feel like a failure. That's why I didn't write down pay off my student loans because Lord knows when I'm going to make that happen, but I can start with the smallest step of opening a savings account and putting literally $5 in it a month. Or maybe even just researching savings accounts. The smallest step you can manage forward is still taking you from the unsatisfying place you were in towards what you want. All progress is progress. Some goals are big and scary. I know that. And even the idea of having this thing that you're supposed to do can make you freeze. Dealing with addiction or massive debt or lifelong habits or just even logistical problems, it can make you want to give up. But nothing is impossible. I know that's overused, and I tried to think of something else. But when you break everything down into smaller and smaller blocks, it becomes so easy to build your castle over time. Build slow, kiddo, and do what you can. There's no shame in doing what you can. You're already the most impressive person I know, and I'm here to help you achieve anything. So, let's keep working on that list. And when it's done, we can cheers to the new year of fun shit that we have planned. Let's make it happen.